I can't even enjoy my nice 2 days down the shore. I can't even enjoy that. Because you know why? The Phillies make my life a living hell. They do. They make my life an absolute living hell. Thought it would be, nice couple of days down Wildwood. Maybe pop into the Phillies every so often just to check on if they're beating up on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I do one of those tasks, though. I check in on the Phillies every now and then. Then I see, oh, they're losing 1-0. Oh, they made it 4-1. Oh, Nola's struggling. Oh, they make 50 billion errors. Oh, a lot of runs score for the Pirates. Oh, the Phillies try to come back. Oh, JT Realmuto hits into a double play with first and third, one out in the top of the ninth inning to end off the game. And then I had the privilege of watching this game while in my cabana at the water park in Wildwood. I got to watch it on my phone, watch it on the NBC Sports stream on the app, and boy, I was not a happy camper for the last half of this game, because we all know what transpired throughout this entire process of the last two games in this series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, it's maddening. It is maddening. It is frustrating. And I don't know if I can take this Phillies team seriously at all. I don't think I can at this point, because that nice series win that you had against the Baltimore Orioles, the best team in the American League, it means nothing now. It means absolutely nothing. They're an American League team. They do nothing for you in terms of matchup wise in the standings and the playoffs for the first two rounds. The only time that would matter is if you face them in the World Series. You don't face the Orioles for the rest of the year. That's the only time you face them this year. You gotta. It doesn't matter. So if you're looking at this right now, the Phillies have lost 3 out of their last 4 series. 3 out of their last 4. The one to Milwaukee last week, against Cleveland last weekend. In between that was the series win against Baltimore, which was still frustrating as hell. And now this. And now this. Don't even want to comprehend all the mistakes that this team made during this weekend. Because this was not even close to ugly baseball. It's somewhere a tier lower, maybe multiple tiers lower than ugly. This was a horrible series for both teams. The Pittsburgh Pirates, let me remind you this. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're a bad team. They're a horrible team. They go on stretches during the game when they are giving you chances to come back, when they are handing you the game, when it results in multiple walks in certain successions, when you get bases loaded, no outs, and you don't get a hit, when the closer is literally gifting you the game, JT Realmuto, in the top of the ninth inning, first and third. All you have to do is put the ball into the outfield deep enough to score Bryce Harper from third base. And you couldn't even do that. And also Aaron Nola, when the Phillies gift you a 3-run lead. You struggle against the bottom portion of the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. That's sad. That is sad. To where you struggle against one of the worst teams in baseball, their bottom part of the lineup. This is a AAA team. The bottom portion of their lineup probably shouldn't even be in AAA. You could probably argue they'd be in AA. But no, they're the Pittsburgh Pirates and they're not good. That's why these types of players are out there. And Aaron Nola struggled against them. He struggled against them. Walk, home runs, walks, hits after hits after hits. And don't even question the defense here. Yeah, the defense didn't help Nola at all. Brandon Marsh with a misplay out there in center field, which allowed a bases clearing triple with the bases loaded. Yeah, that sucks. A couple of fly balls that should have been caught. Yeah, that sucks. this team does not know fundamental defense. We already know this. That's not new at this point. What I am frustrated by is that Aaron Nola, every time this team gives him a lead in 70%, more than 75% of the scenarios, he fucking coughs it up. He fucking coughs it up. At this point, I am completely done with Aaron Nola. I have no trust with him the rest of the road. I don't. And if you want to go through this video and say, Amadeo, you're overreacting, the Phillies are going to be fine, they're still in a perfect spot for the rest of the season, the battle for the wild card, yeah, that may be true. Does that mean I'm happy with it? Does that mean I'm happy watching this crap? Really, am I wrong to feel that? Am I happy watching my team that doesn't know how to run the bases well, that doesn't know how to catch a fly ball, that doesn't know how to catch a pop-up or call someone off for a pop-up, or even feel the ground ball, or feel the ball that's getting hit, keep the ball in front of you, is what I'm trying to say. Or can I stand watching this team trying to hit with runners in scoring position non-stop when the teams are constantly giving them opportunities? How many bases loaded chances am I going to see squandered at this point? The last hit I saw with a bases loaded was Brandon Marsh's yesterday, and then before that, I don't even know. I don't even know. And don't even get me started with Rob Thompson's lineup decisions today, because, oh boy, this man is fixated with the lefty-righty matchup and not putting your best goddamn hitter in the lineup, Bryce Stott, in against the lefties. Oh, forgot to mention to you this, Rob. Bryce Stott can also hit lefties. His splits are actually better against lefties than they are righties. Is that hard for you to understand, Rob Thompson? Is that hard for you to understand? And then also during the game, he takes out Christopher Sanchez after 5 innings when he has like 70 plus pitches on his arsenal, when he hasn't allowed a single hit. I don't want to hear the stomach crap nonsense. I don't want to hear he was having stomach problems or anything like that. It could be true. But at this point, I only see it as an excuse for Rob Thompson to, I just wanted to take him out there because I didn't want Christopher Sanchez going through the lineup a third time. Now, this is not going to be a whole spiel on analytics and all that stuff, because I don't believe that every decision that Rob Thompson makes analytically wise is going to come back to bite them in the ass, because there's been many situations during the season where it works. Today was one of the situations where it didn't work, and it immediately came back to bite you in the ass, because Seranthony Dominguez comes in, absolutely just coughs up the lead-off single, the first hit of the game, and then boom, 2-run shot to tie the ball game up. But kudos to Jeff Hoffman. Maybe you should have brought Jeff Hoffman in to start the inning with a clean inning, rather than Seranthony Dominguez, who has not been good all year, who has been inconsistent, injury-riddled, and has been nowhere close to the Seranthony Dominguez that he was last season, because it's nowhere close. And maybe injuries are a factor to that. Probably. But it's not good enough. It's not good enough right now. And if you're trying to put Seranthony Dominguez in the spots where he can build some confidence, maybe with a 2-0 lead against the Pittsburgh Pirates, probably, I'm even saying that, 2-0 lead against the Pittsburgh Pirates is a difficult situation. What the fuck am I even saying? That should be the easiest possible thing in the goddamn world. But apparently with this team, it's not. Seranthony Dominguez can't throw strikes, allows a hit on an 0-2 count, allows a home run to tie the ball game up, and then a bases loaded, have to bring in Jeff Hoffman to get out of the goddamn situation. Thank God he does. Gregory Soto probably should punch a bunch of his goddamn defenders in the goddamn jaw, because Trey Turner, Edmundo Sosa can't even call each other out for a goddamn pop-up in the infield. It's a joke at this point. And then you get Rojas fumbling a ball out there in center field. Thank God a run didn't score off of that situation, and Soto managed to get out of it. But seriously, at this point, Soto, I'm getting Soso, and it's tongue twister, okay? I'm mad, I'm frustrated, I'm gonna fumble my words. I don't fucking care at this point. Soto should literally, in the dugout, after that 8th inning of work, literally should get a free pass, boom, right in the jaw, fuck, like seriously. How many, you see Soto, right after the pop-up happens, he's running the first base just to make sure if anything happens, and then he looks back, he's like, are you fucking kidding me at this point? Craig Kimbrell gets through his job in the 9th, and then, oh boy, the 10th inning. Oh boy, don't even get me started with the 10th inning. Oh, Jesus. Trey Turner actually tries to do something productive in this game. Tries to, he puts it in the outfield. Bryce Harper at third base. And this is after the Pittsburgh Pirates fumbled again with defense, and they allowed second and third with 0 outs. And then Trey Turner, he gets the ball into the outfield. And then here we go. Bryce Harper running back and forth because the guy in the right field apparently has a cannon. So Bryce Harper stuttered going from third to home to run back to third base. And then here comes Alec Boehm, not even paying attention to the entire goddamn thing, running to third base because his head's down. And now he's caught in a rundown, which allows Pittsburgh to throw to second base to try to catch Boehm. And then during that process, Bryce tries to run home to catch people off guard, and no, they read that right away. They throw right home, and Bryce is out by 2 miles. And then nothing happens the rest of the inning, and then here comes the bottom of the 10th inning. Andrew Vasquez out there, boom, boom, ball gone, walk-off home run. There you go. There's a series loss. This team does not know what fucking fundamental baseball is. It's been doing it all year. And then you get Rob Thompson. Oh, we'll fix it. We'll look at tape and all that stuff. Rob, it's 2 days to August. This shit should have already been fixed by the time you left fucking Clearwater. At this point, it's who you are. It's who you are. It's how you go for the beginning of the season when they're still making a bunch of these mistakes with the base running, with getting picked off, with overrunning the base paths, with basically ignoring Dusty Waffen when he's putting up a stop sign over at third base, when you're making all of these base running mistakes in April, in May, and you're not holding anyone accountable. It's just going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening. When you're not punishing Trey Turner when he makes a mistake in the beginning of the year, when you're not punishing Kyle Schwarber when he makes a mistake in the beginning of the year, when you're not punishing Bryson Stott when he makes a mistake in the beginning of the year, when you don't hold anyone accountable, it's just going to feed over to the entire year. This is who you are. This is who you are, Rob. No tape, no nothing is going to fix the fundamental flaws of this team. It's just not going to. It's not going to. And I have a bunch of buddies in my group chat that are still, not worried about this team. They're still on the fact that they've had these fundamental issues last year and they went to the World Series. And yes, there's a lot of people in this fan base that are not worried, and this team will eventually go on a run, and they don't, watch the game on a daily, well, they do watch the game on a daily basis, but they don't go as deep into depth on a daily basis, and they don't try to overanalyze and nitpick everything. If you want to look at the game like that, go ahead. I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying it's the wrong way to look at it. I'm saying from my way, I can't at all believe this is sustainable. It's just not. With the way this team cannot hit with runners in scoring position, with the lack of fundamentals that these guys have in the field, with the way they run the bases off, it's not sustainable. And nothing that you look at in the tapes and anything like that Rob Thompson says, it's not going to fix it because you've been doing it all year. Stuff that should be done and over with when you get the yips out in Clearwater. It should be done as soon as you come over to Citizens Bank Park in April. When you start the season on opening day, it should be done. Done. And if it happens, you hold people accountable and you bench them for that shit. Because it's getting fucking old, but at this point, it's who this team is. It's who this team is at this point. And I keep telling myself this team has way too much talent on this roster, and I believe that to a T. I do. There is way too much talent on this fucking roster for these guys to be underperforming like this, but that's who they are this year. That's who they are this year. It is. It's who they are. It is. It's just who they are. And no matter what Dave Dombrowski does at the trade deadline, even though there are pieces that were tied to the Phillies, they're going off the trade block now. Randall Grichuk, who was the guy that the Phillies were tied to, he's going to the Angels at this point. Yeah, there's still other names, but other people that, the Phillies could have gone after off the trade market. Cody Bellinger, with the way the Cubs have been playing. They're off the market. All these other players off the market. Nolan Arenado is not getting traded and all this other stuff. There's other names, yes. Adam Duvall is a name. The Phillies have been very heavily scouting Adam Duvall from the Boston Red Sox. No matter what Dave Dombrowski does, whatever type of bat that he gets to try to supplement this lineup, it's not going to do shit if any of the guys that are getting paid, your top 5 guys, if Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, if none of those guys hit, it's not going to mean jack shit what you do at the trade deadline. It's just not going to. You can get all the bullpen help you want to supplement how good this bullpen is. It's not going to do shit when your lineup ain't doing anything. You can supplement the bench as much as you want. It's not going to mean shit when your top guys aren't hitting the baseball. It's not going to mean shit. It's not going to mean shit. It's not going to. And I want to be proven wrong so badly with this team. I really do. I really do. Does Dave Dombrowski surprise us at the trade deadline? I have no idea. I doubt it at this point that he's going to surprise us because I just don't know. I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to go for the a guy that can just hold the fence out there in left field and be a right-handed bat for the lineup while the main guys, they try to figure it out. I respect Dave Dombrowski for that, but the way with the season has gone and the way this inconsistent team has been, it's just, and the fact that I'm still complaining about this when this team is like so many games above 500, it's fucking frustrating. Seriously. Because this team has such a high fucking ceiling and they're so underperforming, it's fucking frustrating. It is. When you have a huge 4-game series upcoming with a division rival in the Miami Marlins that you're battling for a wild card spot for, and they haven't been playing their best baseball as of late, but they did win a series against the Detroit Tigers. So they have been winning recently, but still, the second half of the season, they have not been playing good. So they should be a team that you should be able to take advantage of. But I've been saying that about the Cleveland Guardians. I said that about the Pittsburgh Pirates. What the fuck am I supposed to expect from this Marlins series? Because the Marlins, we've been their bitch this year. It's happening again with this team. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. What the fuck do I even expect from this series? I have no fucking clue. Because this would be very on brand for the Phillies to have some very disappointing series and then go win 3 out of 4 against the Marlins in a wild card race, go sweep them, and then go get swept by the Kansas City Royals this weekend. That would be perfectly on brand for this Phillies team right now. It would be perfectly on brand. Seriously. The people in the offense that have carried you, the people in the lineup that have carried you this far, it's literally Brandon Marsh, Bryson Stott, and Alec Bohm. Those 3 have been basically the clutchest hitters out of your entire team. Kyle Schwarber has had his moments this year. He hasn't been consistent at all. Bryce Harper, yes, I understand the Tommy John surgery and all that stuff. He's been fantastic over at first base. He's still getting on base at an amazing clip. He's still, getting hits. He's batting .291 with a .387 on base percentage. .387 on base percentage is really good, borderline elite. But, the power numbers, I need more from Bryce. I just need more. Especially now when Nick Castellanos has completely reverted back to his last year self. 2022 Nick Castellanos is back, everyone, with the ugly at-bats, the ugly swings and misses, and strikeouts and big situations where you just don't expect him to do anything because he's an easy out. That's basically it. And don't get me started with Trey Turner, because he's been this way the entire year, and I don't expect it to get any better this year. I just don't. And what else is there to talk about goddamn JT Realmuto? There just isn't. Oh, but friggin' Rob Thompson will try to convince you that against a left-handed pitcher that Josh Harrison is the guy to go in the lineup, not Bryson Stott. Because for some reason, don't give me the crap about they don't have many off days in the next week and a half or so. You don't have the... I'm losing track of the word that I'm trying to think of. You don't have... I don't even know. I'm trying to think of the word. Because you don't have the excuse at this point, because you're not in the state that the Braves are when you're one of the best teams in the goddamn Major League Baseball. You're fighting for a wild card spot. You're 56 and 49. You're 7 games above 500. You're out of the wild card spots again. You're like a half game to a game behind that shit. You don't have the leverage to rest players over a big stretch, you don't have that leverage. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. If you were 30 games above 500 like the Braves are, if you were in first place in the National League East, yes, you have that leverage to rest some guys during a specific stretch. You're not in that position. You're not in that position. You got to put your team in a position to succeed. And putting Josh Harrison out there consistently against left-handed pitching, it's not gonna do anything. It's not going to do anything. Josh Harrison has nothing left in the tank. Josh Harrison is a waste of space. Josh Harrison is a waste of a contract. No, stop putting him out there against left-handed pitching when Bryson Stott is literally better against left-handed pitching because his splits show that. Come on, Jesus. Like, seriously, the more I talk, the more mad I get. Because I don't understand this goddamn team. I can't take this team seriously. I can't. Just when you think they're going on a roll, when you think they're going to go on a roll, no. We're back to reality. Back to reality. Oh, you got a big series win against the Baltimore Orioles? Haha, fuck you guys. We're going to lose to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Haha, fuck you guys. We're going to lose to the Cleveland Guardians. Oh. What do you guys expect against this Miami Marlins series upcoming? I have no fucking clue. Quote unquote, you have your best pitchers in each game for this series. Taijuan Walker, Ranger Suarez, Zack Wheeler, and honestly, I would say Christopher Sanchez at this point is better than Aaron Nola. But no, Aaron Nola is pitching in this series. And no, I do not expect anything from Aaron Nola. I just don't. I am so done with Aaron Nola. I don't care about the excuse with the defense, how bad it has been behind him. And yes, it has been bad. It has been very bad. Zack Wheeler has also had bad defense behind him, but Zack Wheeler is faring well. Zack Wheeler is figuring it out. Zack Wheeler can figure it out. When push comes to shove, Zack Wheeler is not afraid of the moment. But when Aaron Nola, push comes to shove, he curls up into a ball and hides in the fucking corner and sucks on his thumb. That's Aaron Nola. Cannot wait for Aaron Nola to be gone in the offseason. Cannot wait. Because I am not bringing that dude back. Who knows? Maybe Dave Dombrowski is doing something weird at the deadline that we just have no idea. And he trades Aaron Nola for something big package and a team takes a flyer on him. God. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is frustrating. It is. Can't adjust to the pitch clock. He's scared when he allows runners on base. Just everything. He panics. Any big game that he's win, he fumbles. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I don't even get it. I just don't. I don't even know when Dave Dombrowski is going to make a trade. He's probably not going to make a trade until tomorrow or Tuesday during the trade deadline. I got nothing for you guys on that front. I got nothing because there has been nothing in regards to Phillies rumors. Maybe that's the way Dave Dombrowski does it. He's a very quiet man in terms of trade talks. That's the way it goes. I don't know. I don't know. No bat that you get. Nothing that you get at this trade deadline is going to fix the problems. No matter what bat you get, no matter what else you get to supplement the bullpen or fix the bench, it's not going to matter unless your main top guys are not hitting and not being consistent. Unless Kyle Schwarber is not going off for home runs after home runs after home runs, unless Bryce Harper is not hitting for power consistently, unless Trey Turner, Nick Castellanos, and JT Realmuto continue to suck, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And are these guys going to magically flip the switch at the blink of an eye? I mean, we saw that last year with, JT in the second half. He led the league in OPS last second half. I mean, yes, it can happen. These guys have the talent. But I don't know. Is Bryce Harper just going to magically get this power? He should at this point. He should. Like, I don't believe that the power in Bryce Harper is just gone. I don't think his exit velocities and everything like that are fine, on par with his career. It's the launch angle that he's not getting. It's just that. So I don't know if that's just a timing issue or something. I need more home runs. And here's also a nice tweet in terms of the power. This is from John Foley. Phillies hit 205 home runs last season. They're on pace to hit 175 this year. Guess how many home runs Rhys Hoskins had last year? Shows you how much they're missing Rhys. Shows you how much they're missing Rhys. With his power and his ability to drive in runs. It's heavily missed. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. This team is just a cesspool of misery. It is. If you want to look at the wild card standings right now, Phillies, they are half game back. They are a half game back of the standings. Did Giants, did they win it? They did. But that doesn't matter at this point. You're a half game behind the last wild card spot. The Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers hold those spots. Diamondbacks, the Cubs are pulling in close because they've been on a massive stretch. The Padres are starting to win too now. They're 2 games below 500. The Padres are starting to win now. They just swept the Texas Rangers, who also acquired Max Scherzer, by the way, and Jordan Montgomery. So Texas is going all in for this playoff push. Texas is going all in. Why can't we be that team? A team that is fighting for the division. A team that can have the capability of going all in at a trade deadline to get massive pieces to bolster their roster for a playoff push. Why can't we be that team? You know? I would like to have fun at a trade deadline. I would like to have fun during the season to where I can have confidence in my team 100% of the time, every single game, that they're going to go out there and kick ass. It's just not that team. I don't get it. They have the ability to do that. Seriously, with the way their record is right now, and their record is their record is what it is because of their bullpen, because of, Zack Wheeler, Taijuan Walker, Ranger Suarez, that stuff. And, Bryson Stott, Alec Bowman, Brandon Marsh, the support guys. And, Craig Kimbrell, like the bullpen. I did bring up the bullpen, though, but specifically the bullpen. Those are the reasons why your record is what it is. Imagine if your top 5 guys who were getting paid to hit the baseball. Imagine if they were playing to their standards. Imagine where this team could be in the standings. Just imagine that. That's why this frustrates me. That's why I'm constantly pissed about this team 24/7. Do I believe this team can still make the playoffs? Yeah, there's a chance. They're going to be within it until the end of the year. Is it going to be beautiful, pretty baseball until the end of the year? No, because that's not what I've seen over this, this major course of the year. It's just not there. They don't hit with runners in scoring position. They don't hit big home runs. And they don't, think fundamentally right. They're fundamentally stupid. They can't run the bases well. They can't make simple ground ball plays. They can't catch a simple pop-up. They can't keep the ball in front of them. And yet they're still 7 games above 500. That doesn't make fucking sense. It doesn't make fucking sense. So either you're due for massive regression or you're due for something to pop off. And I hope it's the latter. I hope it's the latter. Because holy shit, I am tired of watching this team underperform. It is getting to the point where it's goddamn infuriating. Who knows? Maybe they're saving their pop-off for September. Maybe we'll actually see good September baseball. Huh, I doubt it. I doubt it. Ay, ay, ay. I got nothing. I got nothing. Seriously, when I'm peeking in over at these games during the weekend on the boardwalk in Wildwood, I see everything that happens during Saturday night's game when I'm there on the boardwalk. And I'm just getting sadder, sadder, sadder. I just go over the Core Brothers and drown my sorrows in a gigantic vanilla soft serve with rainbow jimmies. I just drown my sorrows in that. That's what happens. That's what happens. And how did I drown my sorrows at the Ward Park today? Not much. Not much. Wasn't feeling any of the Core Brothers because we were in a rush to leave and all that. Not much. Not much. Yesterday was the drowned day in the ice cream. That was the reason. Wish I could do it again, but I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. I'm tired. Very tired. Exhausted. With this team. But also just because of the weekend. This team, it's frustrating, I'll tell you that. Frustrating. 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 And still there's nothing in regards to trades for the Phillies. There's nothing. There we go. So, and here's something from Scott Lauber. This is after the trade news with the Rockies and the Angels. So Grichuk is the first righty hitting outfielder to go before the trade deadline. Phillies have talked to the Rockies about him, but appeared more interested in others, including Adam Duvall from the Red Sox, maybe Tommy Pham from the Mets. Teoscar Hernandez from the Mariners also may be available. I'll take a Adam Duvall. I'll take a Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez actually fits the mold of this team. Strikes out, hits for power, fits the mold. Fits the mold. It does. I'm not sure though. Who did it go bullpen wise? I guess whatever's available at this point. Jordan Hicks got traded to the Blue Jays, so that's a target that's off the market. Not sure what else is out there, honestly. Not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This team is infuriating. They are. How's the weather out there on the East Coast? It's actually going to be getting a lot better this week. Actually going to get a lot better. It was very egregiously hot the past couple of weeks, like in the 90s, heat wave and all that stuff. But this week is actually going to be very nice, in the low 80s and all that stuff. Not humid. It's actually going to be pretty nice. Today was a pretty nice day, too, because that was the start of the nice weather. Yesterday was very humid. It just torrential downpoured for like an hour down there on the boardwalk. So, who knows? Who knows? If you're looking for anything positive, Eagles released the Kelly Green jerseys tomorrow at the Link store. 9 a.m. if you're willing to do that, because there's going to be a lot of people delegating down there for that. They also release on Tuesday with Fanatics. I'm already prepared for the Kelly Green release. I'm probably going to wait for a reseller on eBay or something like that, because I really just hate the ironed-on crap. But I prepared myself. I got myself a few hats from Wildwood Boardwalk. One for each team, basically. I didn't get a Flyers hat because I have a Flyers hat that I really like. And that's the one I've been wearing recently. But I got this Eagles hat that I'm wearing right here, the nice Kelly Green. Got a Sixers hat, got a Phillies hat, and I got a Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs hat. Maybe I'll show you those this week, because I'll probably do a trade deadline stream like I did last year. I'll probably do that before Tuesday's game against Miami. Maybe that'll be in the factor. Do a nice Tuesday stream. Go until the deadline ends. We'll think about something there. Definitely will be. Long-ass weekend. Long-ass games. Frustrating fucking baseball team. It's what happens. That's what happens, I guess. Jesus. This team, man. They just know how to ruin the mood. I'll tell you that. They know how to ruin the mood. We do have a voicemail here. I'll get to that before we end off this stream. It's from Sean. He's very pissed off. He left me a couple of voicemails this weekend, but I'll get to the one today. Or do you want to hear the one about Aaron Nola? I kind of want to hear the one about Aaron Nola because that one was nice to listen to when I was chilling in the shore house. Now let's listen to the Aaron Nola one.
Lots to be pissed off about tonight, Amadeo, but I'll narrow it down to a couple things. First of all, you touched on something on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and it's so accurate. You know, even with the trading deadline coming up, it doesn't matter who Dave Dombrowski brings in if the hitters in-house don't produce. I mean, come on, JT Realmuto. First and third, one out. Get a fucking fly ball deep enough to the outfield to tie the game up. I mean, there is one hitter in this lineup that can fucking hit, and that's Bryson Stott. You can flush every one of these other SOBs. I could care less. He is the only guy, game in, game out, that puts the ball in play and does something productive. Second and finally, I don't care what the numbers say. Aaron Nola sucks. Aaron Nola is a gutless piece of shit that comes up small when you need him to come up big. You have a 4-1 lead against the AAA team and can't hold it. And now we know what happens tomorrow because I think Christopher Sanchez pitches. So he'll go 6 innings, give up 1 or 2 runs, and lose 2-1 because the team has kryptonite in their bats every time he takes the mound. Disgusting loss. Again, these guys got to look themselves in the mirror and stop gagging in critical situations with guys on base. And Aaron Nola, to reiterate, you suck.
I've never heard Sean this mad before. I've never heard him drop that many F-bombs before, and I'm sure he's still more pissed after today. I didn't listen to this one, so this will definitely be a treat.
Amadeo, I can't even get mad about it anymore. I mean, when you are fundamentally inept, both at the plate and in the field, you're not going to win anything. And I'll take it one step further. Look, credit to Rob Thompson for doing what he did last year, but I think this year and what's happening in a series like this is showing you why this guy was always a coach and never a manager. I mean, can you explain to me taking out a pitcher who's pitching a no-hitter and dominating? Can you explain to me the lack of fundamentals on this team across the board and the lack of accountability for the nonsense that we've seen? And can you explain to me this garbage lineup that this manager insists on running out there? The guys that should be benched play. The guys that should play sit. I don't understand that. And in closing, if I'm Christopher Sanchez, I swear to God, I'm cold cocking guys in the dressing room after that game. What else do I have to do? I go out there and pitch my ass off against a bunch of minor leaguers, and you still piss it away for me. I mean, if Dave Dombrowski wants to do something at the deadline, get rid of some of these overpaid pieces of shit. Find a team that's foolish enough to take them and get some guys that can actually play. And maybe this team will look like a baseball team that can actually contend for something.
I've never heard Sean this mad before, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Jesus. I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him at all. Because that's honestly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I do feel bad for Christopher Sanchez. I don't believe what Rob Thompson said about the stomach issues. They could be real. And it could be the truth, but it's just... Still. Even Sanchez said he probably could have gone at least one more inning. And yes, Christopher Sanchez was not going to finish off the game. That was just not going to happen. But at least let him go 6. At least let him go 7, if that's going to happen. Stop with the third time through the lineup. He's proven enough that he can do that. Like, when is this guy going to get a break? Never, I guess. Never. Frustrating times. It's what we stand for here. It's what it is. I appreciate all you guys in the chat here. Corey, Julian, David, Mullet Petition for Alvarado, all you guys. Summit, see all of you here. Who knows? I appreciate all of you. I don't know what to say for I don't know what to expect from the Phillies this week. I'm honest with you. I don't know what to expect. I would be shocked if they split. I wouldn't be shocked if they lost the series. Wouldn't be shocked if they got swept. Wouldn't be shocked if they win or sweep the series. I wouldn't be shocked at either outcome at this point, because the Phillies have shown us literally every version of themselves this year. So what version of the Phillies are we getting this series? I have no idea. I have no idea. So it's going to do it for tonight, everybody. I appreciate you joining the streams as always. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I like to see those. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out everything in the description down below. I like to see those as always. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. I see Jose says we're getting swept by Miami. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. But yes, hit that subscribe button. We just surpassed 800, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. And also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal, don't pass it up. So, thank you once again for joining me tonight. Back to being consistent this week. No short time. All home. All watching this Phillies 100, 24/7. And pain and misery. So, I'll see you tomorrow, guys, for the next one.